Greetings folks, Philip Bateman, Bravo Charlie here with the Australia-China Business Council at their Future of Retail event. My great pleasure to be here with Raymond Ma, General Manager of Alibaba Cloud. And
thank you.
Raymond, you were sharing some amazing data about Alibaba. I mean, you just went through your Singles Day. Could you give us a brief overview of that?
Oh yes, this is the 10th year of our Singles Day. We started Singles Day from 2009, and the first year I remember the GMV is 50 million RMB for the whole day. But this year, last Sunday, November 11th, we achieved more than 200 billion RMB GMV, which roughly equal to 30 billion US dollar in 24 hours. And then from globally, around 180,000 merchants joined that shopping festival. And around more than 600 merchants, they are selling one day's selling revenues more than 100 million RMB on that day.
And you may need to go look that up if you didn't quite catch that in one go, because it's incredible. It's the single biggest spend of humanity in a day ever. Talking about 1 billion packages though, the logistics behind that, how long did it take to get packages out?
Yes, in that Singles Day, we totally sent out 1 billion package in that day, and the fastest one is received the package within 6 minutes after he ordered online.
And so has everything been sent out by now? Would it all have been? What's the processing time?
Not all the things sent out within that day, just handled within that day. And also those logistic company will spend probably the next 1 and 2 weeks to deliver all the package to globally, not only China. Yeah.
And Alibaba Cloud, part of the Alibaba group, and you mentioned there's been a new focus on new retail, new technology. How does Alibaba Cloud fit into that? Could you tell us about Australia and your technology?
Yes, we have landed our 2 data center in Sydney 2 years ago, so we have the local team, local data center. Moreover, we bring our technology, for example, like image search to this country, and we are the first one to bring the image search to the Australian market. The first customer adopt this is the Iconics in Sydney. Is a fashion e-commerce, and after that we help a lot of the online offline merchants to install adopt the image search, including the QCUE fashion. And also about the image search, there are a lot of like facial recognition, video analysis technology we have bring here, and we're working with the local merchants to adopt this technology.
Yeah, wonderful. I mean, I know people have basically been saying that the uptake of payment systems is a little slow in this country, though that doesn't in any way relate to the adoption of technology from a retail perspective. I mean, we saw examples of augmented reality for people trying out different cosmetic colors, for putting furniture into different spaces. It seems quite limitless for what people can actually go over to China and see. What are you excited about for innovations in Australian retail?
I think Australia has a very good retail market. It's very advanced. That means offline already very advanced, developed. So the question is that whether we can increase the offline merchants' revenue, and how to help them to expand their business from the offline, their space, to the online, to sell more and provide a better service to the customer. So this is the key, and this is why we are here and what we want to help. So I think that in the next couple of years, by using the new retail technology, combine offline, online together, we can achieve that. Not only for the big enterprise or big merchants, but also for the small merchants. Those small merchants with 1 or 2 people, they can equally use the same technology with the same price. There's no barrier between small merchants and big merchants. They can experience the same technology benefit. So that's amazing things, I think.
That was definitely something that came up for me. Like personally, I've visited Alibaba in Hangzhou and did your B2B, B2C executive training, and it was really fun.
Wow, that's great.
It was amazing. Great. Like to see the cafeteria, it was just fantastic. But my experience of people wanting to sign up for Tmall and things like that is that Australian retailers have to have quite a substantial financial investment. And during your presentation, you mentioned Alibaba as a technology company presenting an ecosystem to people, which is definitely a wonderful endeavor. I think the Chinese have a real finesse and a knack for providing the whole life cycle support to a customer's needs in certain vertical markets, if you will. You said two people running a business have the same access as Blackmore's. Does that hold true to the platform?
Yes, that's why that's the benefit of the cloud. Traditionally, when the people using the technology on-premise or traditional IT, they need to invest a lot in the hardware, software. For the small merchant, they cannot afford it. But the cloud is elastic, pay as you go.
Yeah.
Or even the price is significantly lower than the on-premise, especially for those cutting-edge technologies just like AI, big data, and big data analysis and AI and security. So I think this is the key point for cloud to flush the market, because the cloud can help the small merchants to catch up with those big merchants.
Yeah.
With the less investment, they can experience the same benefit.
And this is where you said the word elastic. It's actually the product's called the Elastic Compute Service.
Yeah.
And I assume by that you mean if somebody comes to your website, starts interacting with you, and you're on an Elastic platform, as long as you're delivering a profitable customer experience, then as that scales, because more people find out about you, or say 1 million people watch a KOL and then see a video and suddenly turn up on your website, you have the infrastructure to handle that.
Yeah, correct. Especially today, when people shopping, they are not only shopping offline with their friend, they are also shopping online, and they look at the KOL's opinions, how they help them to recommend some experience on some like cosmetics and clothes. So this is the key point, is that we created some KOL to lead the market, to help the merchant to selling something to the market, to generate some topic and generate some focus for the consumer.
Yeah. And I'm absolutely fascinated by the big data implications of how we can track from payment systems and payment activity, and then line that up with consumer purchasing behavior and buying behavior, and actually get ahead of the client in that regard. Though I think, what would you like to tell people about Alibaba Cloud? Because I could talk about this for days. So if there's one thing you want people in the world to know about Alibaba Cloud, what would you share?
Yeah, right now Alibaba Cloud is the third largest cloud provider in the world, and we are the number 2 in Asia Pacific. So we have a large coverage on the like Southeast Asia, China, North Asia, including the Middle East. So we have already been in Australia for 2 years, and right now our focus is not only providing infrastructure to the customer, but more important is that we provide more than just cloud. We provide our accumulation on the industry know-how on retail, finance, logistics, to build up an industry cloud for the customer and for the partner. So this is a very key point. We'll not only provide IT, but we'll provide the best practice we have accumulated to enable our customer and partner to help them to quickly catch up the cutting-edge technology and catch up the industry trend.
So as the entry point to the Alibaba ecosystem in the digital data center space, if you would like to access that infrastructure, and specifically globally as well with specialization in the Asia Pacific region, I'd suggest Alibaba Cloud would be your go-to.
Of course, yes, this is our unique value. For example, in Australia, I know that a lot of Australian merchants, they want to go outside of Australia to expand the global business. If they want to go to the West, they can easily find a US cloud company to help them. But if they want to go to East, Alibaba is the only one can help them from the infrastructure, from the industry know-how, from the ecosystem. That is the one-stop service.
It's the only way you're going to get through the firewall.
Welcome to visit www.alibaba.com, alibabacloud.com. Sorry.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.